It's a lifelong dream for many artists to have their work displayed at a world-renowned museum. And now a group of Canadian artists will have that dream come true. Their work has been chosen to represent Canada at the Louvre in Paris, no less, for an international exhibition. Suleika Nathu has more on this prestigious honor and one of the painters who will be a part of it. This sounds really, really exciting. So what's the exhibition all about?
So 12 people from Canada, 12 artists, will be going to represent the country at the Louvre, and this will be 4 days in December. So this is part of an international exhibition, and each country has their own delegation. Well, one of the painters is Doris Pontieri, and she says that her feet have not touched the ground since she found out. It really is a dream come true for her. So there she is there. We caught up with her in Toronto. She was actually exhibiting some of her other work at a different show this week. So the painting that was selected, there it is there, is called Northern Birch Trees, and it's charcoal, acrylic, and watercolor. And the paintings in Paris will be for sale. This one, by the way, tagged at about $60,000 there. And Pontieri shared a little insight into how she likes to paint, which I think is really interesting because she says that art really evolves with the painter, and you're always kind of changing your approach to things, and for her, it's a very sensory process. Have a listen.
For me, I don't like to sketch my art, and I don't like to sit and paint a scene that I see. I like to paint what's in my head and how things feel to me, because then I'm not going to try to copy it, and then one brushstroke will determine the next, and the painting evolves rather than it being pre-planned with a sketch.
That is neat. It's an interesting process. Yeah. And how perfect is that? That lovely wintry scene, birch trees, how perfect is that? Yeah. It sounds like this particular painting has special significance for her as well. What's the story?
Yeah, it really does. She says that she used to go horseback riding a lot when she was younger with her mother. And they would go a lot in the winter time, and they would come across these beautiful clearings of birch trees. And she always wanted to paint the scene, but she just didn't know if she could really capture it. Well, a few years later, then her mother died at the age of 47 of cancer. And it wasn't until years after that that she actually painted this scene. In the red there that you can see, she actually made it a symbol of survival, of how things can beat the odds and stay colorful even in the dead of winter, to remind her of her mom. And now the nice thing about this is that she's taking her daughter to Paris, which was always a lifelong dream for her mom, who's also an artist.
Oh,
so
what a great
it's
story.
a really nice story.
Oh, that's terrific. Thanks, Suleika.
You're welcome.